Good afternoon, folks, and welcome to this edition of Wise Conservatism's Videoside Chat for this, the last day of July, 2011. Tomorrow is August 1st. The day after is the limit that our government has said that we have to raise the debt ceiling so that America won't default. They act like it's never happened before, but in 1979, it did. The debts were paid. America was kind of punished for that with higher interest rates for a while, but we didn't lose our credit rating. They're talking about it now, but the reason why why there's a chance of us losing our credit rating is not because of the debt limit not being raised. It's because government spending is totally out of control. The credit companies that have things to do with this have told us this. Yet the media and Obama and the rest of the government on the left is totally ignoring that fact. All they're saying is we have to raise the debt limit. Now, the reason we have to raise the debt limit, according to them, is so they can continue the spending they have been doing, which is something America cannot sustain anymore. This last election, the Republicans won in a landslide. And I fully expected a lot of them to just go back to business as usual and be spineless like Republicans always have before. But this time, we have got a bunch of people who have come in, who are freshmen right now, who have no sense of humor, and they want done what they were put into office to do. They don't care if they're reelected. They were put there to do a job, and they are standing up to Obama and doing what they can to get what they can for we, the people. Now, here is something that we have to stop and look at. We are free in this nation. We can go and do what I have done here, like paint this logo on the wall behind me. Put places where I can do stuff like putting my, credits and things like that up here. These are things that I can do because I'm free. I'm an American. I can do what I want within the law. But that is where everything kind of stops here. Obama wants to take those laws and change them so people like me cannot do this. Freedom of speech is disappearing. The Second Amendment, that one that says we have the right to bear arms, that's disappearing too. In Chicago, you cannot bear arms anymore. The Second Amendment doesn't exist there. That is Obama's hunting grounds, that sort of say. That's where he grew a lot of his abilities to be who he is now. And that's what he wants for the rest of the United States. That shooting of Giffords in Arizona has been pushed into the face of the American people, saying that we need to get rid of guns and have gun control so this kind of thing doesn't happen. The thing that they're not stopping to talk about here is that it's not the guns that did it. It's the people who had it. And taking the guns away from everybody is not the answer. I have guns. I will not let the government take them away from me. I have my constitutional rights to own them, as long as I follow the laws and don't go out and kill people. That is where it's got to stop. And our judicial system has been so diluted by the left that now you can go out and kill somebody and still be able to wander around the United States like a free person. In a lot of the states, the death penalty has been gotten rid of because it's inhumane. But what was it that the person did to get into that situation where he may be put to death? Wasn't what he did inhumane? The government has the right to punish criminals, but the government does not have the right to take our rights away from us. And that is where Obama comes in. He thinks he has that right. He thinks that he can take laws and pick and choose them, pick the ones that he wants that fit his agenda, and get rid of all the other ones that don't fit his agenda. And he's been remarkable at doing that in the 2 years he's been in office. He has leveled on the American people a boondoggle in the form of Obamacare that is going to hit us with the taxes in this next year or so, that's going to bankrupt the nation and bankrupt a lot of people. Businesses are going to go under because of this, because they cannot afford to do what the Obamacare says needs to be done. Obama went against the Constitution on this one because constitutionally he can't do it. He didn't care. Obama went against the wishes of the people because the people said don't do it, to the tune of about 75% of the people. He didn't care. He still did it. We have to take people like him out of office and never let them get back in again. The liberal left in this country has been working since Hoover to do everything they can to take the freedoms away from the American people and grow government to a size to where it can take care of everybody. The problem is that kind of government cannot be sustained because it's expensive to do and the money isn't there. We have a national debt right now that, like I said, in a couple of days falls due. The government is having hysteria over we need to raise the debt limit. No, we don't. America will not default. America has money to pay for the services that needs to be paid for to keep default from happening. Default has happened before in 1979 under Carter, another Democrat. But we survived that one too. And we will survive this one unless we go and do something stupid like elect Obama again and go up to the polls and vote with our bleeding hearts instead of our common sense, which is what we did the last time when the president was elected. This last election, we finally did what was right and we voted with our common sense. We know that Obama's policies cannot continue because if they do, this nation will cease to exist. We cannot sustain the kind of spending he wants to do. And the problem with that, he knows it. But you know what he wants to do? He wants another stimulus. He wants to spend more money. He thinks that the best thing to do is spend money even though the money isn't there. Because of his policies, we are now no longer the richest nation in the world. Because of his policies and policies like his throughout the generations before now, we do not have the best schools in the world anymore. Because of his policies, we've got a government that is so big that it is full of non-essential people that don't need to be there. Yet they are being paid on the pocketbooks of the American people. And the American people have finally started to stand up and say no more. Reminds me of that show Network where the guy was yelling out the window, "I'm mad as hell and I ain't gonna take it no more." Well, the American people are mad as hell and we don't want to take it no more. Obama, you are finished. And hopefully we will go far enough to get rid of everyone else who believes as he does or who will not stick up for America. And I'm talking about everybody. John McCain, he flip-flops back and forth. He's supposedly a Republican, but he does not always vote that way. And we need to get people in there who will vote for America, vote for stronger borders, vote for closed borders, vote for stronger military, vote for lower taxes, vote for smaller government, and vote for the strength of America in the future, where America can go out and help nations if they need it, because we will have the money. The rate we're going now, we won't be able to do that anymore. And that is a sad commentary to say about this great nation. Because right now we have a president who is doing everything he can to destroy the ability of America to do the things she always has. And I know that Obama and the rest of the left always say that all they have to do is get rid of the arrogance of America and the world will be better off. But in the process, they are getting rid of the strengths of America, they're getting rid of the money of America, and they are getting rid of the education of America, and they're getting rid of our security. So it won't be long before America will become a third world nation, and we will be the ones who will need the help from everyone else. But the problem lies there in the fact that the nation that has always helped everyone else is us, not everyone else. This is Robert the Infidel Guardian with this edition of Wise Conservatism's Videoside Chat for this July the 11th, July the 31st actually, 2011. Have yourself a great day. Have yourself a wonderful week. God bless America. God bless our troops. And God bless the people to start thinking with their heads and not their bleeding hearts. Have a good day.